passion and ignorance. Rajogun, Tamogun and Sattvagun. Anybody else? What else did we discuss last week? Yes, Prabhu. Okay, very good. So Bhagavad Gita talks about 3 different types of topics, or Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 parts. The first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Karma Yoga. The second 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti Yoga. And the last 3 chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is Jnana Yoga. So the first 6 chapter is how to live life. The second 6 chapter is how to love life. And the last 6 chapter is how to let go. Jnana. Thank you, Prabhu. Very good. Yes, Prabhuji? You want to say something?
We're talking about the soul as well. Soul is dynamic, not static.
Your name is Suresh Prabhu, right? Anything with S he remembers very nicely. So the soul is dynamic, not static. Right? Soul is dynamic. Right? The soul cannot be quiet. It has to do something. So the soul is dynamic. Very good point. Thank you. Anybody else? One more Prabhu and then we'll go to the Mataji. Anything else from Prabhu's? So we spoke about the value of the holy name. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama hi kevalam. Kalu naste, kalu naste, kalu naste kate. So the holy name in the age of Kali Yuga is everything. It is the most powerful thing. Thank you, Prabhu. Mataji.
There are 5 topics in Gita with Jiva, Paramatma, Kala. Of all things, we cannot change 4 of them. We can only change Karma.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji. So Bhagavad Gita covers 5 subject matters. How many subject matter? 5. The first subject matter is called Jiva. Second is Ishvara. Third is Karma. The fourth is Kala, which is time. And the fifth is Prakriti. So these are the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. Out of 5 subject matter, 4 subject matter cannot be changed. Who can remember the 4 subject matter which cannot be changed? Yes, Mother.
Jiva, Ishvara, Prakriti and Kala.
So 5 में से 4 चीज आप बदल ही नहीं सकते हो. You cannot change 80% of things. We are Jiva. Can we change that? No. Krishna is Ishvara. Can we change that? No. Time. Can we change that? Kal. No. Prakriti, the 3 modes of material nature. Can we change that? No. The only thing which can be changed is karma. So out of the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita, today we are going to speak on the 4th topic, which is Kala, time. Krishna in Mahabharata, you remember that B.R. Chopra का महाभारत आता था, उसमें क्या बोलते थे? मैं समय हूँ. You remember that?
Yes.
Chakra Gupta था.
It goes in the skies of the universe.
Yes. So Chakra घूमता था और वो चक्कर में हम भी घूम रहे हैं. They are going round in circle from one yoni to another yoni, from one species to another species. Now we have taken a rare human form of life. How to use time? We will discuss that today. Okay? Anything else anybody would like to add? What else did we discuss? Anything?
We did a table of comparison between each guna.
Correct. So we discussed in mode of goodness, how will someone behave? In mode of passion, how will someone behave? And mode of ignorance, how will someone behave? Sattvagun, Rajogun or Tamogun mein Manushya, how will they perform their actions? We discussed that. You remember that, right, Prabhu? Anything else?
We should be above all these.
Yes.
Same thing as
Yeah, you can say.
at least we need to be at least with the Sattva-gun, but beyond that is the Krishna consciousness that we plan to achieve.
Perfect. At least we should be in the mode of Sattva-gun, that is mode of goodness. At least. Right? So the passing mark in exam is how many marks? 35 marks. So for us as human beings, the minimum passing mark is to be in Sattva Gun, not Rajo and Tamo. Right? Very, very important to understand. Thank you, Mataji, for making that beautiful point. Right? So Sattva Gun is like sweet. Rajagun is like salt. And Tamogun is like chili. Right? So we need to be sweet. Sweet in terms of how we live our life. Sweet in terms of how we behave. And sweet in terms of how we are reciprocating to God. What we have is a gift of God. But what we give is a gift to God. So Bhagwan ne hame itna kuch diya hai. That is a gift to us. But what we are giving back is gift to God. So to give a gift, we have to be in the mode of goodness, minimum. As Mataji mentioned, ideally we should go above the mode of goodness. That is in transcendental mode. Right? But at least we should be in the mode of goodness. Anything else anybody would like to add? No?
This life is for self-realization, not sense-gratification.
Very good. This life is for self-realization, not for sense gratification. What was there for Prasadam last Friday? Anybody remembers what did we have Prasadam? Sab bhuliye. Curry, rice, choda. What else?
Black eyed beans.
Huh?
Black eyed beans की सब्जी.
Black eyed beans. Very good. और क्या खाते? प्रसाद में क्या था last Friday? बोलिए. दूध, पापड़, भोंता. Papad. Okay, thank you. That is also Krishna. Krishna, there is no difference between the holy name of Krishna and Krishna's prasadam. Because Krishna is absolute. The prasadam of Krishna, the paraphernalia of Krishna, the deity of Krishna, the holy name of Krishna, it is all on an absolute platform. I always ask this question. Prasadam में क्या था? हम भूल जाते हैं. 2 दिन पहले रात में क्या खाया था याद नहीं होता. So that is our memory. And in this age, how we use time is very, very critical. Absolutely critical. Right? So we have 2 types of relationship. We have 2 types of relationship. One is a horizontal relationship. And one is a vertical relationship. Horizontal relationships are those relationships like family, friends, neighbors, are known people. We have a horizontal relationship with them. And then we have a vertical relationship with the Lord, with Ishvara, with Krishna. Right? So to have a perfect life, we have to have the right balance between the horizontal relationship and the vertical relationship. But most often what we do, we focus so much on the horizontal relationship. My family, my kids, my wife, my house, my car, my job, मैं कहते हैं हम माया में डूबे रहते हैं. Right? Maya, we are always deeply sunk into this me consciousness. जैसा रसगुल्ला होता है ना, रसगुल्ला हमेशा सिरप में डूबा हुआ होता है. करेक्ट? एकादशी के दिन पे सब प्रसादम की बातें हो रही है. Right? How the rasgulla is always dipped deep into the syrup. Similarly, a person who is ignorant is always dipped, drained in my life, my wife, my house, my car, my job, me. That is me mentality. That is if they only focus on horizontal relationship. But the moment we get a dynamics or equation of vertical relationship with the Lord, with the Supreme Lord, who is giving us everything, including a family, then that is the perfection of our life. That is the perfection of our life. Horizontal relationships keeps changing. Horizontal relationships keeps changing from one life to another life, to another life, to another life. But the vertical relationship with Jiva and Paramatma, with Jiva and Ishvara, that never ever changes. From time immemorial, we have always been part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. 7th chapter, 7th verse, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says the word Sanatana. That means eternally you are my part and parcel. Can anybody say that you are my parent eternally? You are my son eternally? You are my father eternally? You are my manager eternally? Your husband eternally? कोई बोल सकता है? हम 30, 40, 50, 100 साल के लिए आते हैं. We create relationships and then we depart. And then again we have new relationships with new people. We form relationship, we build relationship, and again we depart and come back and depart and come back and depart and come back. Isn't it? And we have been doing this for many, 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 many lifetimes. In this lifetime, how we cultivate the right knowledge and apply the right knowledge, that is the paramount significance of the human life. Any questions so far? Are you all with me? What have we discussed so far? Horizontal relationship and
vertical
relationship. So horizontal relationship is with friends, family, and the vertical relationship is with the Lord. If we don't balance this, if we do not balance this, then we will be all over the place. But the moment we strike a right balance between the horizontal and vertical relationship, our life will be completely different. Our life will be completely different. That doesn't mean we should focus too much on the vertical relationship and ignore the horizontal relationship. And that also doesn't mean that we only focus on the horizontal relationship and ignore the vertical relationship. Most often what happens, people are focusing on horizontal relationship, but we forget the vertical relationship. And that is where the trouble begins. दिक्कत वहीं पे आती है. But the moment we have the right balance of horizontal relationship and vertical relationship, then we will have peace of life. We will have peace of life. Yes, Prabhuji, boliye.
If we put more focus or more weightage on vertical, then the horizontal can be corrected automatically?
No, we should have the right balance. It is very important to have the right balance. If you just focus on God and ignore the horizontal relationships, then that is not right. Why? Because the horizontal relationships are being given to us as a custodian from the Lord. Right? But if we only focus on the horizontal relationship and forget who has given us everything, that is also incorrect. So the way we should focus is in such a way कि horizontal life भी सही चल रही है और vertical life भी सही चल रही है. Have you ever hired a car when you go out? किसी ने car hire की है कभी? Can you raise your hands? Right? Now I ask you a very honest question. When you hire a car, are you more careful to drive the hired car or are you more careful to drive your own car? Everybody say hired car. Why?
Since someone else's car.
Someone else's car. Similarly, whatever we have, the wife, the husband, the kids, the house, everything, the moment we understand this, okay, this, I am a caretaker. This doesn't belong to me. I am just a caretaker. ये घर मेरा नहीं है. ठाकुर जी ने दिया है. Krishna has given to me. I look after it. This husband, this wife, the kids, they don't belong to me. But Krishna has given to me. I will look after my family in the way He wants me to look after. But I will never forget one thing. I belong to Him and He belongs to me. Can you repeat me? I belong to Krishna. Loudly. I belong to Krishna. Krishna belongs to me. So we should never forget this. Okay, we belong to Krishna. Nothing belongs to us. And Krishna belongs to us. Because Krishna is there with us in every life as who? Paramatma. In every life, Krishna has been there with us as Paramatma. Many times we see that parents are dropping the kids to school. Parents are dropping the kids to daycare. But Krishna has never dropped us for 1 second. Krishna has always been there with us in the form of Super Soul, Paramatma. So Krishna has never left us. We leave our wife to go to work. We leave our kids to daycare. We leave the parents to old age care. But Krishna has never left us. How merciful this relationship is. Is this making sense? Is this philosophy or common sense? Common sense. This is not philosophy. This is purely common sense, which is very uncommon nowadays. I was listening to a YouTube shorts. YouTube pe aata hai? And I was listening to Mahendra Dhoni. And when Mahendra Dhoni ka ye time mein jab World Cup jeete the, he was a captain, right? And he was saying that I thought that the people in the dressing room will be one of the top finest people who will have the most highest common sense. And I stood to be incorrect. What did he say? I stood to be incorrect. Who is saying this? Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Who is he talking about? The 10 demigods of India. The 10 demigods, Devi and Devta, we worship the demigod, we worship the cricketers, right? And Mahendra Dhoni is saying that I thought that they will have common sense. So nowadays, common sense is very, very uncommon. So whatever we are going to talk about over here, it is basically just on a very common sense platform. So far we have discussed horizontal relationship and the vertical relationship. But most often what happens, the kal, the time, what Krishna has given to us, we don't invest the time in the right way. And that is the reason we get digressed. Right? Every minute in human form of life is very, very important. Steve Jobs, when he had cancer, Steve Jobs, we all know Steve Jobs, right? The founder of Apple. When he had cancer, he says that I have so much of wealth, but I cannot buy 1 minute of time. What is he saying? I have so much of wealth, in spite of all the wealth, I cannot buy 1 minute of time. And so what is more important in life? Is time more valuable or money more valuable? Think about it. How many of us honestly believes that time is more valuable? Please raise your hands, genuinely. Okay. How many of us believe that money is more important than time? Please raise your hands. All of us are pure devotees over here. Sab Shuddh Bhakt hai. Can it be equal?
We always say that, but nobody follows.
Correct. हम करते कुछ है, बोलते कुछ है. भगवान को सब मानते हैं, लेकिन भगवान की कोई नहीं मानता. है ना? भगवान को सब मानते हैं, लेकिन भगवान की नहीं मानते. That is our fallen situation. So, for people who have said that time is more important than money, do we waste time or do we waste money? Both. So we have few honest people who said both. What do we waste more, time or money? Time. We waste more time than money. The first thing in the morning when we get up, what do? That is very important. I heard someone from the right checking mobile. मैंने सुना नहीं? ऐसा मैंने सुना दिया. In olden days, people used to open Puranas and they used to read. Now people read Kali Puran. What is Kali Puran? Mobile, paper. Paper में ऐसा मुंह डाके ऐसे बैठे रहते हैं. Just put the face in front of paper and they sit in front of paper for minutes and half an hour, first thing in the morning. Any Gujaratis over here? Okay. और गुजराती में बोलते हैं गामनी पंचायत. काम उसको हिंदी में क्या ट्रांसलेट होता है? पंचायत में उसको क्या बोलते हैं? प्रचल पर वेरी प्योर हिंदी. व्हाट इज पंचायत को क्या बोलते हैं गुजराती में? हम लोग the moment we get up out of the bed, we are worried about the whole world. कि दुनिया में क्या हुआ है? अपनी दुनिया की कोई चिंता नहीं है. We sit in front of mobile like this or open the paper and we spend time, the most valuable time in the morning. And the whole day also, we are constantly shifting between one panchat to another panchat. इसकी दुनिया में क्या है, उसके लाइफ में क्या है, उसके जीवन में क्या हो रहा है. We are so ignorant in one form or another, we don't know कि मेरा क्या होने वाला है. Am I right? So we are so much concerned about others that we waste time for people who don't know us. We spend time for people who don't care for us. We spend time talking, thinking, analyzing about what they will think about us. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? Loudly. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? Are we all worried about that? वो 4 लोग को इंप्रेस करने में पूरी जिंदगी जाती है और आज तक पता नहीं वो 4 लोग कौन है. वो क्या सोचेंगे मेरे बारे में? What will they think about us? What will they think about us? That is where we spend the time. We spend the energy. Energy flows where there is attention. Energy flows where there is attention. If the attention is in the right object, the energy will flow in the right object. Do we all agree with this? So we spend so much of time which is limited in things which are unnecessary. We don't say कि कट सब रिश्तेदार छोड़ दो. ऐसा नहीं कि छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार. छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार. That is not the process. Stay where you are. Sthane sthite. Stay where you are, but do the right thing. Have the right balance between vertical relationship and horizontal relationship. And this can happen when we value the time. When we value the time. पुराने ज़माने में, when I was a kid, the cost of phone call was 1 rupee for 3 minutes. ये याद है? 1 rupee for 3 minutes. And I remember when I used to be on the phone, my mom used to say from the back, phone रख दे, पैसे हो रहे. ये हुआ आप लोगों के साथ? हाँ? Calling STD and ISD was a big thing. And we used to speak exactly what was required in the 3 minutes, which now people do in 30 minutes. Agree or not? Fully? हाँ, free है ना? Right? तो free है, उसकी कोई value नहीं है. So we are spending time like anything. But time, as all of you agreed, that time is more valuable than money. Because Krishna is time. मैं समय हूँ. And this is one thing which we cannot ever change. Right? Wasted time will never come back. And spoken words can never be taken back. Wasted time cannot be taken back. जो second चले गया, वो चले गया. और जो words मुंह से निकल गए, वो निकल गए. वापस कभी नहीं आते. So words can break hearts. And time can unite us with the Lord. How we use the time can unite us with the Lord, and words can break the hearts. So we should be very careful how we are using our tongue and how we are using our time. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, 15th verse, 17.15. Anubdevam karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat. So what to speak, when to speak, how to speak. 17th chapter, 15th verse. Krishna gives in one verse. कृष्णा ने एक ही वर्ष में सब कुछ दे दिया है कि कब बोलना चाहिए, क्या बोलना चाहिए, कितना बोलना चाहिए. The biggest problem is we don't know what to speak, when to speak, and we spend time in talking things which are not relevant. Do we all agree? And Krishna also says in 10th chapter, 9th verse, mat chuta mat kata pranam bodha yanta parasparam katha yantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanticha. What does Krishna says? My devotees talk about me. Katha yantas mam nityam. Mam nityam means my devotees like to talk about me. As parents, who do we like to talk about the most? Kids. As parents, we love talking about kids. Similarly, a devotee of the Lord loves investing his time in Lord. A devotee of the Lord loves talking about the Lord, because devotee knows this is my horizontal relationship and this is my vertical relationship. Are we all on the same page so far? Is this making sense? Right? And this is the difference between Arjuna's mentality and Duryodhana's mentality. We all know that just before the war, Arjun and Duryodhana both went to Krishna. What did Duryodhana want? The Sena. Thank you. Huh? Duryodhana wanted the Sena of Krishna. And what did Arjun want? Krishna himself. Arjun wanted Krishna himself. Similarly, what do we want? Do we want Krishna or do we want the material energy of Krishna, which is some money? An intelligent person will ask, I want Krishna. If I have Krishna, everything will come with it. But if I have Maya, if I have some money, some name, some fame, it is all temporary. And till now, nobody has ever been happy with name, fame, wealth. We spoke about this last week. Right? So an intelligent person will ask about Krishna. There was a very nice Bollywood bhajan. Humko hami se chura lo, dil mein kahi to basa lo. Who is saying this? Shah Rukh Khan. Right. Humko hami se chura lo. The same thing we can ask to Krishna. Krishna, just please allow me to steal your heart. Why does Krishna like butter? It is soft. Why does Krishna steal butter? Because it is soft. Pure and soft. Krishna doesn't steal cars, watches, mobile. कभी सुना है कृष्ण ने किसी का iPhone 13 चोरी किया? iPhone 15 आ गया ना? I don't know what is that. We have never heard this. But Krishna is expert in stealing butter. Why? Because butter is soft. So unless our heart is not soft, Krishna will not reside in a place. Do we like to deal with people who are soft-hearted or hard-hearted?
Soft-hearted.
How many of you believe that we like deal with people who are soft-hearted? Please raise your hand. Now keep your hands up. How many of you believe your heart is soft? Your heart is soft? Okay. Mataji? She's not even looking over there. So Krishna likes to stay in a place which is soft-hearted. So this is the difference between Arjun mentality and Duryodhana mentality. Duryodhana was after the wealth of Krishna and Arjun was after Krishna himself. Similarly, if we can have that mentality of Arjun, then it is the perfection of our life. Isn't it? Mante ho na? Do we all agree with this? Any questions? Anything? Yes, Mante. Let's have it.
We all are on the same page in the terms of we know conceptually this is where we want to be, all want to be. But practically, how do we get there? Like the responsibilities, as you said, we have to live with all our horizontal life, and even the soft heart concept, we are facing people in a way that we have to harden up. This is what we have been taught in this country. And for all practical purposes,
yes,
we have to be on the other side of fence, but we want to be on this side of fence.
Correct.
How do we balance that actually?
So you're at the right place. Keep coming here. And I will give you the solution towards that. So we'll talk about the problem. So let's have a discussion on the problem statement. And then we'll come to the solution as well. Right? I will not leave you half fried. So towards the tail end of this discussion, we'll talk about the solution as well. Because what's the point of discussing problem without coming to the solution, right? So last week we spoke about the three modes of material nature. We came to a conclusion that we should be in the mode of goodness. Today we are speaking about how to be in the mode of goodness by utilizing the time wisely. By utilizing the time wisely. We all agreed so far that horizontal relationship is important. We all agreed vertical relationship is important. We all also agreed that time is more important than money. We also agreed so far that we waste money and we waste time. But we waste more time as compared to money, right? If I ask you, can I have $100? You will ask me 10 questions. But if I say, can you spend 5 minutes with me talking about cricket or cinemas? Yes, right? So we are spending time more frivolously as compared to money. So let's try to understand how we can reduce the gap. We cannot stop the gap on day 1 or day 5 or day 10 or day 20. But slowly and gradually, if we can reduce that gap, then it will help. If we can improve ourselves 1% a week, how much? If we can improve ourselves 1% a week in the next 2 years, we'll have a complete restart of our software. Correct? We'll have a complete refresh of the data. I work in IT, so I can relate to these terms more. Anybody in IT? Okay. So we can relate, right? Restart, reset. So 1%, थोड़ा change करोगे मैं अपने आप को definite होगा. So I would not be coming here driving almost 1.5 hours just to explain the same thing. It is working for us. It has worked for us. Gaurav Prabhu has opened his heart and the house. Why is he doing so? Because it is helping him. Other devotees, Ashish Prabhu, Harshil Prabhu, all of them are doing this. Why? Because it is working. And they're not charging. So, right? So this formula works. This formula works. Right? So time is more important than money. Most of the time when you ask someone, what are you doing? India में क्या बोलते हैं? Time pass. ये सुना? शू करो छो? Time pass. क्या कर रहे हो? कुछ नहीं. अरे आपने देखा किसी को पैसा फेंकते हुए? क्या कर रहे हो? पैसे फेंक रहा हूँ. Have you ever seen people throwing money?
Only in the wedding.
Only in the wedding. वो भी पीने के बाद. हाँ? वो भी पीने के बाद. So क्या कर रहे हो? Time pass. क्या कर रहे हो? कुछ नहीं. अरे every second you are in a race towards death. Every minute we are one step towards death. Every rising and setting of the sun, we are one day towards death. But what are we wasting? Time. Time pass. No, it is not time pass. It is not time is passing you, time is killing you. Time is killing us. Time is killing us. There was a survey done that the amount of time people are spending on mobile phones is average 3.5 to 4 hours a day. This is teenagers. And people above 60, they're spending 5 to 6 hours a day on mobile phone. And in one session when I was talking about this, कि 5 से 6 घंटे लोग मोबाइल पे है, तो एक डिवोटी जो सब बैठा था, he said, प्रभु जी आप गलत बोल रहे हो. I thought I was wrong. He said, I think we spend more than that. What did he say? I think we spend more than 5 to 6 hours on mobile. Mobile नहीं तो TV, TV नहीं तो mobile. They keep oscillating. Right? India में तो especially when you go, there are how many channels? More than 200 channels. सुबह से रात तक एक ही चैनल, एक के बाद एक चैनल चेंज होते रहती है. One channel after another channel, and the same news keeps coming in the other channel, and they think this is something else more valuable. अरे वो NDTV पे नहीं, इसमें इसका ज़्यादा अच्छा है. आज तक. It is आज तक नहीं. It is whatever it is. Time is running. An intelligent person should think something which I have limited, I'm not using it wisely. Something which is going to help me to come closer to my eternal relationship with the Lord, I'm not utilizing it properly. Isn't it? I'll tell you a story. This story, when I heard it, it really touched my heart. Dhyan se sunna. This is a very simple story, but very, very profound message it has. Once, there was a person who was living in one village, and he had to move to another village to settle down. So while he was moving with his family to move to another village, just before the village, there was a crematorium, Smashan Ghat. And on the crematorium, it was written 4 years, 2 years, 3.5 years, 6 years. जो होता है ना वो क्या बोलता है? I don't know what do you call it? The stone होता है ना? Stone होता है. The stone में tomb में 3 years, 4 years, 4.5 years, and maximum it was 7 years. How many years was maximum? 7. And when the person came into the village, when he moved into this house, he asked his neighbor, "Can I ask you something?" He said, "Yes." He said, "When I was entering your village, I saw 2 years, 3 years, 3.5 years, and maximum 7 years on the tomb. Is that all what people live over here?" He said, "Our village is very special." He said, "How?" He said, "We have a habit of writing before we go to bed how much time have we spent on bhakti. How much time we have spent on bhakti today. And that is a very secret. Nobody can open that book and see how much time I have spent today. But once the person dies, we calculate how much time have this person spent totally. And after living 80 years, if the person total is only 2 years, then on the tomb we say this person has lived 2 years. After the person leaving his body, if the total is 3.5 years, then we write 3.5 years. And once the highest was 7 years. So we have put 7 years. Why am I saying this story? Because the life spent in devotional service, life spent in bhakti is only thing which comes with us. Everything is, it comes and goes like the waves in the ocean. Can you count the waves in the ocean? No. It comes and goes. So similarly, the waves in the ocean keeps coming and going. We had so many lives. We have come and we have gone. So many lives we had relatives. So many lives we have had the same facilities in the past. And it has just come and gone. But the 2 years, the 3 years, the 7 years on the tomb represents that this person has invested 7 years in his eternal relationship with the Lord. And this is what counts. Nothing else counts. Is the story making sense? Such a beautiful story, no? Can we relate to it? Right? How much time are we spending a day with the person who is giving us everything? How much time? पोस्ट ऑफिस में जब जाते हैं ना और किसी के पास से पेन पूछते हैं एड्रेस लिखने के लिए, तो immediately when you give a pen, what do you say? Thank you. How often do we say thank you for breathing? How often are we saying thank you for digestion? How often are we saying thank you for everything what is happening with us? There are 2 types of people. One is a taker, one is a giver. Takers can eat well, but givers can sleep well. Takers can eat, लेते हैं, खा लेते हैं, भूल जाते हैं. But givers can sleep well. Takers live a life. Givers create lives. We create. So we should create something. We are so much into grabbing from everywhere that we have forgotten what is the source of it. कोल्स के पीछे अगर कोल्स कुछ खरीदते हैं तो क्या लिखा होता है? मेड इन चाइना, मेड इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, राइट, मेड इन इंडिया. So similarly, we are also made from Krishna. We are made from Krishna. And this life can be perfected when we offer it back to Krishna. It is not difficult. We don't have to change our lifestyle. We just have to change our consciousness. That is the reason Mataji said, Krishna consciousness. It is Krishna Consciousness. How many of you played snake and ladder game? Snake and ladder, I used to love it. है ना? Snake and ladder कितना मजा आता था ना? ऊपर जाओ नीचे आओ, ऊपर जाओ नीचे जाओ. अपना भी life ऐसे ही है. We are going up and coming down, going up and coming down, going up and coming down. And now, all of us, in this human form of life, you know where are we at? 98. All of us are at 98. 99 is that snake, which will bring us to 34, 45, wherever. And 100 is where we can go back to where we originally belong to. We go back to a place where there is no anxiety, no stress. There's a very nice Bollywood song. चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार बटे. Have you heard this song? Beautiful song, ना? चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी ना हो खुशियां जहां गम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार बसे. Such a beautiful. But where is this place? Where is this place? Can this place be this material world? No. This place belongs to Golok Vrindavan. That is where we all come from. Our house, our relationship is not with just this people. It is there in this life. But our eternal relationship is with Krishna. If someone, क्या नाम है प्रभु जी आपका? Rinkesh. If someone comes and tell you, Rinkesh Prabhu, your father is Mukesh Ambani. You don't have to work like this. Your father is Mukesh Ambani. Please don't go to work on Monday morning. Everything belongs to you. Don't go. And you say, nahin, main jaunga. I'll show something. I'll prove something. Then what will they say? Take it. What can you do? Similarly, Krishna is again and again in all the Vedas, in all the Puranas, in all the scriptures, is trying to re-establish a broken relationship with him. Aham bij pratapita. 14th chapter, 14 verse. Aham bij pratapita. I am your seed-giving father. Krishna is saying this. Right? He's saying, come back to me. Sarva dharma parityajay mam ekam sharanam praja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender on to me. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. जितने भी पाप किए हैं, जितना भी हमने घोटाला गड़बड़ किया है, सब माफ. Is there anybody over here जिसने कोई घोटाला गड़बड़ नहीं किया है? सबने किया ना? We all have done something which is not right. That is the reason why we are over here. And Krishna is saying boldly, क्या नाम आपका? Arvind Prabhu, चिंता मत करो. जितना भी गड़बड़ घोटाला किया है, how much ever mortgage you have, how much ever loan you have, don't worry, I will look after it. And we say, nahin, I will figure out my way. Then what can we do? Krishna क्या करेगा? ऐसा ही कृष्णा बार बार बोल रहे, come back, come back, come back. But we are not investing time. The gift, the biggest gift is the gift of attention. The biggest gift is gift of attention. You ask ourselves deeply, if any Matajis, right? If your husband comes and gives you a brand new golden ring, a diamond ring, but if the husband doesn't spend time with you, is that more important? Or do you want the time of husband? Time. Right? Everybody, all the Matas are on the same page. So Prabhuji's culture, आपका इतना खर्चा मेरे बचा दिया है. No diamond rings. See, I'm on. Only give time. But Krishna, similarly, Krishna needs our attention. What does Krishna need? He doesn't need a $2 or $5 of puri or sabji. He has everything. Bhokta Ram Yagna Tapasya Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Everything belongs to him. हमको 4 पूरी और दूध देने से उनका पेट भर जाएगा क्या? Thousands of Lakshmi Devis is trying to massage the feet of Krishna. Lakshmi Devi, Narayan के पैर दबा रही है और हम सोच रहे हैं कि we can do something for Lord. No, Krishna needs our attention. That's all, and attention will come from time. As Mataji's mentioned, they need the attention of their partners. Where is this feeling coming from? This is coming from Krishna. This is coming from Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is seated in everybody's heart. What is 15.15? Sarvasva chaham hriday sanivisto matya spratyo jnano abomcha. Hriday. Sarvasva chaham hriday sanivisto. So Krishna is seated in the heart. Right? If someone comes and tells us, see, Krishna is a very demanding God. Huh? Krishna is a very demanding God. Right? If a husband comes and tells a wife, darling, I love you 90%. So what will be the first question? What about the 10%? Okay, husband comes and tells the wife, darling, I love you 99%. 1% kahan hai? Okay, darling, I love you 99.9%. So what will be the question of the wife? There is a 0.1%. Similarly, if a wife comes and tells husband, I will be your wife for 360 days, huh? Not 365 days. So husband क्या बोलेगा? चलेगा. That's joking. Right? No. Right? So Krishna wants everything. Krishna wants everything because everything belongs to Krishna. And we want everything from our partners or the loved ones because we have the same feeling because Krishna is residing in our heart. We should understand this. So in the snake and ladder, which we were talking about, we are at 98. If 99 is the snake and this 100 is back to Godhead, back to Krishna. Time and again we have been having a die which is not one. We're just falling down. Sorry, dies which is two. Every time हम उस snake के चक्कर पे आते हैं और नीचे आते हैं. And what is this snake? This is the snake of avidya. Avidya means ignorance. Because of lack of knowledge, because of lack of understanding, every time the snake is bringing us down. Do we want to come down once again? That's a question of deep introspection. That is a question for deep introspection. बार हम नीचे आते हैं. So now so far we have spoken about the problem. Now let's speak about the solution. As Mataji mentioned, करे क्या? पता तो चल गया, है ना? So we'll discuss a solution in a 5 steps of recovery, 5 A's of recovery. The first A of recovery is accept that I'm sick. First thing is be humble. Yes, I accept कि मैं गलत रास्ते पे हूँ. Accept that I have to improve. Accept that I'm far away from where I need to be. This is the first thing. Tad vidhi pranipratena paripreshnaya sevaya. Krishna says this in the 4th chapter, 34th verse, that if you want to learn something from others, paripreshnaya sevaya. So you ask questions in the mood of a service. Similarly, when you go to a doctor, do you go in a very arrogant way? Hey, मुझे बुखार है, फटाफट दवाई दे. Is it the way we say? No. What do we say? Please, I'm unwell. Please help me out. Similarly, when we go to the God or when we go to Guru, we humble ourselves and accept, please, I have lost my way. Please help me out. If we have lost in India, especially, India में हम कई बार रास्ता भटक जाते हैं, तो क्या पूछे? भाई साहब, ये जगह कहाँ पे है? Very humbly we ask, right? Because we accept that I am lost. Please help me. Similarly, first thing, the recovery is we accept we are sick. Do we all agree with this? Are we all sick? We are materially sick and we are spiritually sick. Second A is approach a good hospital. When you are sick, what do? Do you walk anywhere? Do you go to Coles when you are sick? No, we go to a doctor. We go to a hospital. So approach a good hospital. You know, many times I say this, when people go to Coles, they know exactly why they go. When they go to Safeway, they know why exactly go. When they go to a barber, they know exactly why they go to barber. When they go to a wine shop, they know exactly why they go to wine shop. But when people come to temple, listen to this carefully. When people come to temple, they don't know why they are at a temple. ये मानते हो? Please be honest. You don't have to say yes or no to me. मंदिर लोग क्यों आते हैं नहीं पता.
दिखावे के लिए.
दिखावे के लिए, ठीक है, बिजनेस करने के लिए कि आज मेरी बर्थडे है, मैं आ गया, तू मेरा दर्शन ले ले.
क्योंकि हम रात को सोने से और सुबह जागते हैं, हर रोज मांगते हैं.
हाँ, वी कीप बिजनेस.
और डर के भी कल एग्जाम है, अच्छा कर देना.
मैं तो अच्छे जाता था. ऑनेस्टली आई डिड माय इंजीनियरिंग, और इंजीनियरिंग में 64 सब्जेक्ट होते थे. आउट ऑफ 64 सब्जेक्ट 50 सब्जेक्ट्स एटलीस्ट हम लोग एक नारियल और अगरबत्ती के भरोसे पास होते थे. सारे के सारे इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स ना, बाजू में गणेश का मंदिर होता था. एवरीबॉडी यूज्ड टू गो 1 डे बिफोर एग्जाम. ऐसा लगता था कि 5 रुपए में, उस टाइम 5 रुपए में कोकोनट और अगरबत्ती बेचते थे. 2 रुपीज कोकोनट और अगरबत्ती का 5 रुपीज में हमें लगता था कि हम पास हो जाएंगे. We do business with Krishna. He is the biggest businessman. He is Ranchod Rai. Right? He can run like this with everything. So we cannot do business like that. So second, approach a good hospital. Hospital का मतलब, go to a place, go to a doctor where the doctor is looking after the body and the soul. Not only the soul and ignoring the body, or not only ignoring the body and looking after the soul, which is what comes back to our original discussion. Horizontal relationship and vertical relationship. Is this making sense now? Is the puzzle coming back? Right? So, approach a good hospital. Third, take advice from expert physician. Right? So first is accept you're sick, approach a good hospital. Third is advice from expert physician. Physician का क्या मतलब होता है? Have a guru in life. Without a guru, we will be kangaroo. Just jumping from one yoni to another yoni. From one yoni to another yoni. So have a guru in life which is trying to give you the right knowledge. Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagya Jeev. Guru Krishna Lata Bhakti Lata Beach. If you have a genuine guru in life, you are the most fortunate person. Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagya Jeev means Brahmande means multi-universes. Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagya Jeev. Guru Krishna Mile Bhakti Lata Beach. A guru who is giving you the seed of bhakti. That guru is a perfect guru. Everybody is kangaroo. They want to take things from you. They want to take things from you. So what is the first A? Accept your sick. Second?
Go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital. Third?
Find a guru.
Fourth, avoid harmful things. Avoid harmful things. What does it mean? First, avoid wasting time. People usually have a to-do list. Correct? आज दिन में क्या करना है? But an intelligent person has not to-do list. Along with to-do list, have a list not to-do list. ये जो बंदे के पास होगा ना not to-do list, he is very, very sharp. Because he knows exactly what not to do and what to do. Elon Musk, we all know, Tesla, he has meetings in 5 minutes time box or 10 minutes time box. This is the way he has meetings. 5 minutes or 10 minutes. This is called time boxing. Time boxing का मतलब है हर 10-10 मिनट में, हर 15-15 मिनट में, हर 5-5 मिनट में उसका the day is broken down in that way. In spite of this clarity, he works 18 to 19 hours a day. So it is not easy. So avoid harmful things का मतलब है don't waste time. When we have time, ask question. Where am I coming from? Where am I going? Right? I keep saying ना यहाँ पे कोई ना तन से सुख है, ना मन से सुखी है, ना धन से सुखी है, ना संबंधों से सुखी है. Nobody over here is happy materially, like tan, man, dhan or sabandho. Nobody can put their hand up and say, I'm happy with all these 4 things, or 3 things, or 1 thing. Something or another, something or another. कुछ ना कुछ चलते रहता है. Yes or yes?
Yes.
There's no no. Yes or yes? तन से सुख नहीं है, मन से सुख नहीं है, धन से सुख नहीं है, संबंधों से सुख नहीं है. और ये 4 चीज में सुख नहीं है, उसमें हम डूबे रहते हैं. जिस चीज में सुख है, जिस चीज में शांति है, we hardly spend time. Right? So avoid harmful things. And last and the most important, accept positive engagement. जैसे डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, immediately say, do this and don't do this. Right? If you are sick, doctor will say, next 3 days now, that have light khichdi, don't have heavy food. Have these medication for 5 days, correct? And what do? We give complete faith and we accept it. Similarly, accept and engage yourself in positive engagement. Accept positive treatment. Positive treatment in the age of Kali Yuga, as Prabhu mentioned, it is to chant the holy name of Krishna. Please repeat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the easiest way. That is the surest way. Surest, safest, sweetest, and swiftest. 4S. It is the surest way of going back to Krishna, safest way, sweetest way, and it is the swiftest, the fastest way. भगवान के नाम में इतनी ताकत है कि it will make us to go from where we are to where we need to go. Right? I'll tell you one more story and then we'll end for the day. Is that okay?
Yes.
Again, this story touched my heart. Once in a kingdom, a person came with 3 statues. How many statues? 3 statues. And the beauty about these 3 statues, तीनों के 3 जो मूर्ति थे, they were identical. 3 statues absolutely identical, no difference. And the person who came, he challenged the king. King, if you can identify the difference in any of these 3 statues, and these statues are golden statues, these 3 statues belong to you. So far with me? 3 identical statues with gold, and the person is challenging the king that if you identify the difference in any of these, the 3 golden statues belongs to you. But if you do not identify, then you have to give me 10 villages. And the king says, this is very easy. I can do easily. Acknowledges हमें पता है, मुझे पता है, you don't have to tell me माता जी what I need to do. I know I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. मुझे पता है कि मेरी responsibility क्या है, आपको मुझे कुछ बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. That is head knowledge. And the heart knowledge is soft like butter. I'm sick. I need to go to doctor. I need to go to hospital. I need an expert advice. I need to avoid harmful things and I need to take positive treatment. This is the soft heart. So why did I tell this story? We can listen like like Dhritarashtra. Because last time we discussed, 3 people heard Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra, Arjun and Sanjaya. 2 people's life was changed. Arjun का life change हो गया, Sanjay का life change हो गया. But Dhritarashtra का life change नहीं हुआ. Because of his attachment. Because of his ego. Why should I listen? अपने भी होता है ना, मुझे क्यों सुनना है? प्रभु आपको जो पता है आपके पास रखो, मुझे पता है कि मुझे क्या करना है. We can have this mentality. And this is very dangerous. Very dangerous. And we see this many times. People want to improve, but they want to prove कि मैं सही हूँ. They don't want to improve, but they want to prove. And a humble person says, I don't know anything. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता. When we go to a barber, do we put our head down? Do we put our head down? But Duryodhan, he said, I will not put my head down to the barber. मैं सर ऊपर रखूंगा and you have to cut my hair like that. This is Duryodhan mentality. Right? Duryodhan never allowed to have an umbrella above his head because I don't want anybody above me. Similarly, we can have the same mentality as Duryodhan. I don't want any instructions from Bible, from Quran, from Bhagavad Gita. I don't need it. And this is very dangerous, not only for us, but for our whole family. A husband of the house is the spiritual master of the house. Husband of the house is supposed to be the spiritual master of the house. But we think that getting some food and getting some money and giving some education, मैंने अपना काम कर दिया. वो तो कुत्ते बिल्ली भी करते हैं. Even a bird feeds his child birds. कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. So husband of the family is the spiritual master of the house. And the wife is supposed to be a chaste woman serving the husband. This is coming from Bhagavatam. This is coming from Bhagavatam. We'll stop here. It's 8:45. In the last 5 to 10 minutes, we'll have a quick round of rapid fire round as we discussed. But before that, are there any questions, comments, corrections of what we have discussed? आपको कुछ लगा कि सही नहीं है, कि सही है? Or any questions that we can have a discussion for 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes before we start the recap. कैसा लगा सर? Was everything okay? Loudly, is it okay? Is it making sense? Was it philosophy or simple common sense? And this is not difficult. It is not difficult. Trust me, it is not difficult. But as Mataji said, if you keep coming here again and again, our heart, which is like a hard stone, will melt. Sang vaisa rang. If we associate with the right people, our heart will melt. So coming over here every week, attending this Bhagavad Gita sessions, this is life transforming. This is life transforming. Still go to work. I go to work. I work in IT. I have family, kids. We all go to work. Partha Sarthi Prabhu, he goes to work. His son goes in Melbourne Grammar School, one of the finest schools in Melbourne. So it is not that we are compromising on anything. We only compromise on wasting time. That is the only conjusi we do. We don't waste time. We should not waste time. Very rare. Okay. Any comments, questions, corrections, chastisements, concerns? 5 C's. Alright, are we ready for a rapid fire round? No questions? Prabhupada used to say, starve your doubts to death. Starve your doubts to death. क्या मतलब हुआ? अगर मन में कोई प्रश्न है, दिल में कोई प्रश्न है, उसे पूछो. Because by clearing the doubts, it's like a fog which will take us, we can navigate faster towards the Lord. So if you have any questions, think about it. Think about it. Oh, yes.
I have a question, but it's not related to what we studied in class today. But there's a question that my friend asked me, and I want to know how to defend that question. He asked me that Radha, he told me that Radha is a fictional actor who was only put in like after Gita Govinda that Jayadev Swami composed in 3rd century. So she was a fictional character, Krishna's love is a fictional character which was written in the books after 13th century just to bring harmonize or just to tell people कि हमें सीखना चाहिए वरना पहले से कुछ था नहीं. I want to know how to defend this question.
So the question is whether Radha Rani exists or not.
Yes.
No, that's a very good question. Very good question. So the answer to that is, in a very top, most philosophical level, there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Radha Rani is the female counterpart of Krishna in a female, and Krishna is the male version. At the very topmost. But yes, coming down to a logical level, that question and the answer which he or she was giving, it is incorrect. Right? It is incorrect. First, sometimes we are asking a question. For example, if a 3-year-old kid comes and asks you, "Mummy, main kahan se aaya?" If a 3-year-old boy comes and tells you, "Mom, where did I come from?" We are not going to tell them that where you have actually come from. We say, "Your maa ke pet mein se aaya." Right? This is actually the answer which we give. Right? Why? Because he's not ready to accept the biological answer. Right? If someone dies, we say कि star ban gaya. Right? We say that, बच्चा पूछता है. So similarly, many times we don't have to answer everything back. That is first. Second, when we answer these questions, we answer it to their level. Right? So we can explain to them that you are not right. Radha Rani is a female counterpart of Krishna, and Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, and just leave it over there.
But then he says, "Pan khai, the path mein khai, starting Quran, Krishna ka बताता है, and all this stuff."
Have you played a game called Kabaddi?
Yes.
Have you played a game called Kabaddi? Kabaddi में क्या होता है पता है? You go to the opposite party, and the moment you understand that these people are very strong, and if you still have to go, what do? Kabaddi, 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 and just come back. But if we understand कि ये weak है और मुझे इसे पकड़ना है, तो what do? Kabaddi, 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 सबको मार के आ जाते हैं, right? So sometimes we'll have these sort of situations. We will have these sort of situations that there's no point arguing with people. There's no point proving that I know something. We just let them say, "Koi baat nahi, you are right."
Sometimes people ask question not to seek answer. They
Correct.
ask question to prove their point.
Correct.
And so there's no point proving anything.
Absolutely. There's no point. If someone is favorable, then we answer to the best of our abilities. But if someone is just, as Mataji mentioned, they want to prove, not improve. They want to prove, but not improve. And that is the majority of class of people. But there's a minority of people who wants to improve. Manushya naam saheshtu kaschit yatiti siddhaye. 7th chapter, 3rd verse, Krishna says, 1 out of 1,000 among men would like to understand the absolute truth. So very, very rare. So don't try to answer everything to everybody. So what? Okay.
And sometimes people take their own time of maturity to understand. So even we shouldn't be expecting them to understand something we want them to understand on the spot.
Absolutely.
Their time hasn't come, their maturity level hasn't come. So it's okay to also not ourselves take it aback that this person hasn't understood or have a bad feeling for this person, right? It's what that the person is supposed to understand that point of time, and maybe one day he's batti jal jayegi, bhagwan ka kuch aashirwad mil jaye, he himself will come towards the light.
Absolutely. Very good. It has taken us how many lifetimes to come to this stage? How many? Not life. Lifetimes. How many lifetimes it has taken us to come to this stage? We should always be grateful. If we are not grateful, then we are great fools. Murkh hai. F-O-O-L is fool and grateful. We should be great. F-U-L-L. We should be humbled. Okay? It has taken us a long time to come where we are. Gratitude is the mother of all qualities. Gratitude is the mother of all qualities. If you are not gratitude, if you are not grateful, then we are great fools. Murkh. This country, Australia, is heaven on earth. In the heaven of earth, we have come to a city called Melbourne. Melbourne में घर है, गाड़ी है, बच्चे है, खाना है, and on top of that now we are getting this knowledge. If we are not appreciating what we have today, if we are not happy today, you will never be happy tomorrow. ये लिख लो आप. If we are not happy today with what we have, you will never be happy with tomorrow, no matter whatever you get. Because happiness is internal, not external. ये अंदर की बात है, रूपांतर में. We'll stop here. Okay? We'll stop here. Alright, we'll do a very, very quick rapid fire round. We'll go this way. 1 point from all the Prabhujis and then we'll come to Matajis. Everybody has to say 1 point as a takeaway. As Arvind Prabhu, we'll start with you. Takeaway point from today's discussion.
Horizontal and vertical.
Vertical
You learn
relation.
from there how to spend your time.
Yes.
And you have to manage both of them, horizontal and vertical.
Jai, thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Next.
We not we stuck in materialist thing. We not most of the people not looking at the right pathway nowadays, which is Krishna, and everything material, all what we have today, it's all provided by him. That's a little that is a little picture. We not like looking at the big picture, which is Krishna. We can go to, and we forgetting after many births, many maybe 100 or 1,000, we go this life again, and we not taking again to the right path.
Thank you.
Towards Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Can I have Prabhuji?
Rajan.
Rajan, thank you, Prabhuji. So Prabhu is saying that we are stuck into Maya and we have forgotten our relationship. We have to reawaken that lost Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, आपका नाम एक बार.
ब्रिजेश.
Brijesh Prabhu. Okay. If you can just tell your name, that it will help also.
भगवान को सब मानते हैं, भगवान की कोई नहीं मानता.
जय. भगवान को सब मानते हैं, भगवान की कोई नहीं मानता. Thank you. चिराग Prabhu.
We should not waste time.
We should not waste time. No time pass. Time use. Prabhuji. Yes.
Along with, not wasting time and everything. So again, the story that you mentioned, that person moving from one village to another village, and how long they're spending thinking about the God or praying to the God, that's where I realized even I don't spend much time. So but that's a takeaway that I would like to take.
Good. So spend time in yourself. Thank you.
Just chanting every day for Hare Krishna mantra.
Chant Hare Krishna mantra. That is the summum bonum. That is the summum bonum. If you chant the holy name, everything else will manifest. Prabhu?
परिवार में रहते हुए परिवार की जिम्मेदारियों को निभाते परमात्मा का निरंतर ध्यान.
Jai. Perfect. Nirantar. Satato Kirto Yanto Mam. Thank you, Prabhu.
As you talk about the solution, Prabhuji, so we have to accept we are sick.
Yes.
And we have to go to the hospital, Iskon. That's the best one. And we have to find the bona fide guru.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Prabhu, कुछ बोलना चाहिए before I go this way? Ashish Prabhu, 1 point.
Yes, Prabhuji, number 7 is lucky as per that story.
Yes.
7 years. So just think about it and progress.
Invest maximum time in bhakti, not in bhukti. Bhukti is material. Bhakti is eternal. Ashish Prabhu, 1 point.
I would say we should reflect on every day what we have done throughout the day. Found out which we shouldn't do it next time.
Yes. Introspection is required. 1% improvement a week. 1% improvement a week will take us a long way. Thank you. Prabhuji?
We should keep our heart soft and not, because there are two types of knowledge, heart knowledge and head knowledge.
Yes.
And the more soft we keep our heart, the more incoming it will be for us to receive that knowledge and to be united with God.
Right. So we have two types of knowledge, head knowledge and heart knowledge. Thank you. Suresh Prabhu?
What to speak, when to speak, how to speak.
Jai. What to speak, when to speak, how to speak. It's not what you speak, it's how you speak. पान पसंद शादी और तुमसे कभी नहीं. पान पसंद शादी और तुमसे कभी नहीं. Same thing, right? You remember this art? Same thing. Thank you, Suresh Prabhu. Yes.
If we are not grateful, we are grateful.
Jai. Perfect. Thank you. If you are not grateful, you are grateful. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Prabhuji. And then we go. Yes.
take expert advice from physician, guru.
Perfect. Take expert advice, not any advice. Take expert advice, right?
Thankful to God.
Be thankful to God. आप तो बड़े बुजुर्ग आदमी हो, आशीर्वाद दे दीजिए।
काल तो न यातो वह में याता काल का ही नहीं जाता अभी चले जाते हैं
कृष्णा गुरुकुल
आचार्य जी ने गुरुकुल के कुरुक्षेत्र में तो I just want to say like if you say some words नहीं आप गुरुजी
Thank you. We'll go Mataji this way. Mataji, one point, very quickly.
I have decided to join every meeting 5 minutes late. I'll do chanting for that first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, there'll be general talk in first 5 minutes.
And if you can do first thing in the morning also, before leaving the house, getting up, just get up 5 minutes early. Whatever time we get up 5 minutes early, 7 minutes early. Do one round of chanting. That can be possible. Not difficult. Mataji. Very good. I belong to Krishna and Krishna belongs to me. That is very good. Very good. Thank you.
We all need a guru who can help us come out of this sickness.
Yes, we all need a guru to come out of the sickness. Thank you.
We have to balance both horizontal and vertical relationships.
Very good. Balancing is very important. Not one way or second way. Balancing. Mataji, Krishna lives in the soft heart. Very good. Thank you.
Everyone has said, I think what I remember is everything we have is through Krishna and everything we got is from Krishna. So spend time thinking of Krishna, not thinking of everything we have and what to achieve.
Very good. Everything what we have doesn't belong to us. We are just caretakers. So गाड़ी हायर करते थे ना, तो जब गाड़ी हायर करते हैं तो we are more careful because this doesn't belong to us. Similarly, we should not be irresponsible. Thank you.
Krishna has never left us even for a second.
This is so empowering, isn't it? Imagine Krishna has never left us even for a second. We drop our kids to daycare and childcare and we go to work, dropping husband, wife, but Krishna has not dropped us for 1 second. Isn't this so empowering? Isn't this so peaceful? कि ठाकुर जी हमेशा मेरे साथ हैं. दुख में हो, सुख में हो. Would you like to say something?
Yeah. So some people had prioritized time and some people had prioritized money. So I think balancing both is very important because putting devotion and like taking time for it and putting money to give dan to service for Brahman people. So it's very important to balance both of it.
Very nice. How many hours do we have in a day? So what does balance mean by now? 12 hours horizontal, 12 hours vertical? Okay. How many? What does balance mean by at least? Think. I'm not going to ask. This is thing. हम लोग balance के नाम पे 12 घंटे भगवान को तो देते नहीं है. 10% GST पे कर देते हैं, 30% टैक्स पे करते हैं, लेकिन भगवान का नाम 10 मिनट लेने के लिए वक्त नहीं है. We pay 10% GST, 30% टैक्स, बाकी 70% ऐसा भी मरने के टाइम छोड़ के जाते हैं. और भगवान का नाम 10 मिनट, 15 मिनट, आधा घंटा, 2 घंटा. We don't have time. We said अभी नहीं, थोड़ा करो इंतजार, दिल है बेकरार. Our heart is burning with desires which are never going to be fulfilled. Our heart is burning with things which is going to take us away from Krishna. So when we talk about balance, we are not talking about 12 hours each. At least start somewhere. That is the point.
So at the same time, Krishna told Arjun to not to take sannyas very quickly and do karma yogi. So why would he say something like that then?
Very good. 8th chapter, 7th verse. Tasmat sarvesu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhacha. What is he saying? Tasmat sarvesu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhacha. You fight, but think about me. So it is not that कि हमें काम नहीं करना है, संन्यास लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Arjun asked this question in 3rd chapter and again in 18th chapter, and both the chapters Krishna mentions, do what you are supposed to do. If you are a Kshatriya, your duty is to fight. Right? If you are a Brahmana, your duty is to serve. So that is the reason we have 4 ashrams: Varnashram, Brahmachari ashram, Grahastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram, and Sannyas. Ashram means to take shelter of Krishna. In every ashram, brahmachari ho, grahastha ho, vanprasth ho, it is not vanprasth ashram, grahastha ashram, brahmachari ashram, and sannyas ashram. Ashram means to take ashray. Ashray means to take shelter. So Krishna, take my shelter. Shelter ka matlab hai follow the instructions. Good question. Mataji?
Our horizontal relationship will change every time, but the vertical relationship is still with God same.
Wonderful. Horizontal relations keeps changing. Vertical relation never changes. Thank you.
हमारे पास जो भी है उसमें खुश रहना चाहिए आज. अगर आज हम खुश नहीं है तो हम कल कभी खुश नहीं रह सकते.
Very good point. If you are not happy today, you will never be happy tomorrow, because Krishna has given to us what we deserve, not what we desire. Deserve first and then desire. What we do, we desire first and then we say, I do deserve more, but I'm not getting more. Is this making sense? Okay.
In order to learn something, we should ask questions with the heart of service.
Yes. Ask questions humbly and serve. Thank you. Mataji, one point, and then we'll finish with the Mataji at the back. Yes, Apna. Yes.
The story you told about the 3 statues,
Yes.
that really touched me, because sometimes we hear and it just goes out of our mind. Sometimes we hear but we repeat it.
Yes.
And sometimes it just touches our heart.
So the story touched your heart?
It does.
Very nice. So we have a choice between birth and death. Between B and D, there's a C. Between birth and death, we have C, choice. Now the C we can use for cinemas. The C we can use for cricket. The C we can use for coins, money, money, money. Or chanting. Jai. What is a choice? Mataji?
3 points. First of all, we should be grateful of what we have. We should be humble. And there are 5 ways of recovery.
Yes.
So please.
Thank you. Thank you. We will stop over here. I would like to thank each and everybody. It was a pleasurable experience coming and talking to all of you, meeting so many nice, wonderful people. From next week, we'll have another much, much greater, better devotee to come and talk. He's a wonderful speaker. He loves Srimad Bhagavatam a lot. He gives classes in the temple. He gives classes all over the place. So please stay tuned. Abhi picture baki hai mere. Yeah. So keep coming. Hare Krishna. 5 minutes more? Okay, time it. So we have more Krishna with us. Prashadam is so. Please come. And this process is wonderful. Bhakti is simple for simple people, complicated for complicated people. Bhakti is simple for simple people, complicated for complicated. And the age of Kali, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to change much. Just add Krishna into your life. The more we add Krishna into our life, the more the rubbish, the kachra jo hai, wo apne aap bahar aayega. Value add proposition. Yes. And the easiest way of adding Krishna in this life is by doing 2 things. One is associate with devotees, bhakto ke sang. And second, chant the holy name. Whenever you get a chance, in the car, in the train, in tram, at house, cooking, cleaning, toilet, you can chant anywhere, any place. If you can make money anywhere, you will stop. सब हंस रहे हैं. अगर पैसे बाथरूम में बना सकते हैं तो बनाएंगे ना. तो यही चीज हम भगवान के नाम में से सोचना चाहिए कि this is all what is going to come with me. Why should we waste time? Don't pass time from now. Use time. Use for the service of Krishna. That will help. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, last time you said that we will discuss about why bad things happen to good people.
Yes. So Prabhu, that is the karma mein aayega. So okay. So 5 things Bhagavad Gita teaches. Jiva. So I think we have covered this. Okay, I'm not this body, I'm a soul. Then we covered who is Ishvara. We have covered this. We covered Prakriti, the 3 modes of material nature, last class. Today we covered Kala. And in the next 2 classes, if not 3, we will discuss karma. And that is very, very eye-opening. karma is very, very eye-opening. We have good karma, we have bad karma, we have collective karma, individual karma, vikarma. There are a lot of different types of karma, and the implication of karma is the implication. Every action has reaction. Who said this? Newton's third law, but where is this coming from? Bhagavad Gita. Newton's law, third law is coming from? Shastras. Bhagavad Gita Sara. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. This is not coming from Newton, it is coming from Bhagavad Gita. So next 2 weeks, we will discuss why bad things happen to good people. हम कई बार सोचते हैं ना कि मैंने तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया, मेरे साथ बुरा क्यों हो रहा है? वो पूरी जिंदगी उसने बुरा काम किया है, लेकिन उसके साथ अच्छा क्यों हो रहा है? Because we don't see many things from our vision, right? So we will be discussing that. I won't be here, but we have some other devotee, much better than me. He will come and discuss that. Okay? Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
But I do want to just say a few words about the way you teach and the motivation, the enthusiasm. Like I'm actually quite sick today, but the way you actually comment on certain things, it just really brings people in. Like for me, I really like to come for this course today, especially even though I had a sore throat, knowing that whatever you say, I don't even need to write. It just goes straight, and it just goes straight from my heart. So thank you so much for taking time out and being so kind to explain in such a simplistic manner for day-to-day people like us. So it makes a huge difference. So thank you for that.
Prabhupada has given the topmost philosophy in such an easy way to us. I'm just repeating as a parrot. I'm just repeating. तोता होता है ना, तोता क्या करता है? जो सुनता है वो बोलता है. So we are all parrot of Prabhupada and Krishna. We are not adding anything. If we add or subtract, people will run away. Because genuine product नहीं मिलेगा. If you add anything or if you subtract anything, genuine product नहीं मिलेगा. What we are giving over here is what we have got from Krishna and Prabhupada ji. Pure knowledge.
You've been such a good vehicle to pass on.
You like the Hollywood, Bollywood?
Some songs, I learned some Bollywood songs.
And the way you speak and giving examples very nice.
Bollywood का मजा आ जाता है ना, वही याद रहता है. Once एक बार ऐसे हुआ. I gave a class and class के बाद I asked, while प्रशांत सबसे बेस्ट क्या चीज़ लगी? वो गाना बहुत अच्छा था. तो ये भगवान क्या सिखाते हो? We learn, but that's okay. If you can relate the bhajan of Bollywood to day-to-day life, it makes so much help. You can relate to it. Day before yesterday, there's a very good movie called Mary Jung. You remember this movie, Mary Jung, Anil Kapoor and Meenakshi Shashank, a Purana picture? You don't remember? All pure devotees हैं. It's very nice. उसमें एक बहुत अच्छा गाना है. जिंदगी हर कदम एक नई जंग है. जिंदगी हर कदम एक नई जंग है. जीत जाएंगे हम तू अगर संग है. That's such a beautiful song, because we see this every day. Every day there's a challenge in our life. जिंदगी हर कदम एक नई जंग है. Every day you analyze. सुबह उठने से लेकर रात में सोने तक. First thing, we don't like to get up. How many people like to get up in the morning? You like to get up? Only one person, right? Majority people don't like to get up. सुबह उठना क्यों है? वही हाँ, सुबह से रात तक आप सोचो कि how many things we really love it, and you make a point कि आज सुबह से रात तक मैंने ना ये 60-80 things किए हैं, उसमें से मैंने 1, 2 या 5 चीज I really love doing it. We hardly do things which we love. We hardly do things which we love. We are just running around. क्यों भाग रहे हो? I'm talking to myself, devotees. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm also in the rat race. If you win a rat race, you're still a rat. You see, if you win a rat race, चूहे की दौड़ अगर जीत भी जाओगे ना तो चूहे रहोगे, बिल्ली आके खा जाएगी. What is big deal? What is a big deal? प्रभु प्रसाद तुम रेडी है? 5 मिनट. चलो we can keep talking. Anything else anybody would like to add while the prasad?
Those meaningful songs are gone these days. You know, like you're talking about songs which are like so many years back.
अपना बना ले कृष्ण. I used to relate like that.
Watch for it.
So the point is, we have limited time. The moment we understand, if we have been told that after 3 months you will not be here, after 2 months you will not be here, after 1 month आपका time खत्म होने वाला है, how are we going to live our life?
But that is easy, right? After 1 month, if I'm not going to be here, I don't have to think about which school my daughter goes to or my son goes to, which bank, how much amount I need to survive for this, how much I need for retirement. I just have to live for 1 month, then die. Then that's easy. All I have to do is what I have to do for dying. But now if I don't have to live, I'm living for uncertainty. So
that's a more important question. We spoke about that last week. If someone gives us 1 month notice, and I have seen people going in front of my eyes, right? It's not easy. Because if you don't have this preparation, if you don't have this knowledge, then you will think at the time of death, मेरे बैंक में कितना पैसा है, मेरी बीवी का क्या होगा, मेरे बच्चों का क्या होगा, मेरे दादा का क्या होगा, दादी का क्या होगा, पोते का क्या होगा. This is the way people leave the body. But if you have the right knowledge, see, that is the reason. Life is a preparation, death is an examination. Life is a preparation, death is an examination which everybody has to give. Nobody can escape from this exam. Right? So, how do we prepare for this exam? How do we prepare for this exam? Yam yam vyapi smaran bhavam tajete ante kalevaram tam tam evadi kaunteya. Ante kale chama evam smaran mutve kalevaram. 8th chapter 5th verse, 8th chapter 6th verse, Krishna says, Ante kale chama evam smaran mutva kalevaram. Whatever you think at the time of death, ante kale chama evam smaran mutve kalevaram. And we spoke about this last week. If you think about cricket and sleep, if you watch a movie and sleep, you'll have the same dreams. Similarly, whole our life, how are we spending that life? That will come in a flashback at the time of death. मरने के टाइम जीवन कैसा जिया है, वही मृत्यु के टाइम ऐसा फ्लैशबैक मूवी के जैसा वापस आएगा. And if you think about the kids, a family, we have to again come back into this life. Ante Narayan Smriti. If we think about Krishna at the time of death, we will escape this cage. So how to think about Krishna at the end of life? It is not a joke. It is not a joke. You can pass an exam by cheating. You can pass an exam by taking a book. But at the time of death, you cannot take a book and open and see, Abhi main kya karu? You do not have time. Because death is a very painful experience. Death is a very painful experience. If you can't find your car keys, तो पूरा घर ऊपर नीचे कर देते ना. If you can't find your mobile phone, तो रात में नींद नहीं आती है ना. Imagine everything what you have accumulated, all the health, all the wealth, all the name, all the fame, all the beauty, everything what you have accumulated, you have to give away. Is it easy? Mataji, I have been collecting donations for Janmashtami for last 10 years. 10-12 साल से मैं जन्माष्टमी के लिए मंदिर के लिए डोनेशन कलेक्ट करता हूँ. And I can tell, I have gone to people who have $15-20 million. और उनके पास से भी पैसे निकालना ना, it is not easy. Don't think that giving money, giving away family, giving away education, giving away everything what we have at the time of death is easy. Anybody disagrees? मोबाइल फोन नहीं मिलता तो रात में नींद नहीं आती. हाँ, कुछ चीज भूल जाते हैं, वो नहीं मिलती तो वही सोचते रहते, because they are so attached. And think about leaving everything behind, what has been accumulated with your hard-earned wealth, sweat, and you have to leave that in 1 second. Do you think it's going to be easy? Anybody thinks it's going to be easy to leave everything behind? we have to have practice. Jnana and Vairagya. Bhakti has two daughters. Bhakti Devi has two daughters. Jnana and Vairagya. Jnana means knowledge and Vairagya means detachment, renunciation. So slowly we have to keep reducing our attachments from the material life and attach to Krishna.
Basically, need and greed. Need can be fulfilled, but not greed.
Yes, Mahatma Gandhi said there is enough for everybody's need, but not one person's greed. What did Mahatma Gandhi said? There is enough for everybody's need, but not for one person's greed. How much do we actually need? We don't know. Actually, how much do we need? We don't know because of the greed. Because of the greed. If you put a 50-cent coin, 50 cent का coin है किसी के पास by any chance? If you put a 50-cent coin in front of your eyes, you cannot see the sun, which is million times bigger than the 50-cent coin. Do we agree? You put a 50-cent coin right on your eyes and you cannot even see the sun. That is our mentality at the moment. थोड़ा heavy हो रहा है? I can see everybody's face. Right? But isn't this the reality of life? This, you can blame Prabhu. Prabhu's fault. He's a need and greed. You can blame Prabhu. Right? This is the reality.
It's good. Everybody's engaged.
Prashad, I'm late हो रहा है. मेरा fault नहीं है. I can keep talking till tomorrow morning.
What is the right balance with relationships? Like, it's especially hard when you think this is your responsibility. Your work is your responsibility. Your kids are your responsibility. And these are things that you can't escape on a day-to-day basis. And then there is your priorities, like which you want. Like, how do you maintain that balance?
Very, very common question, and we all struggle. So we don't, as I said, it is not about chodo ghar baar, chalo haridwar. No. The process of Krishna consciousness is dovetailing everything what you have in the service of Krishna. If you have a house, dovetail for the don't live in the house. Make your house a temple. Make your house a temple. घर छोड़ने की बात नहीं कर रहे, घर को मंदिर में कन्वर्ट करने की बात कर रहे हैं. Who lives in the temple? Bhagwan, God. थोड़ा heavy बोल दो, चलो इससे तो नहीं हो, right? If your parents come to your house and if you put your parents in a corner, don't even give them food, don't give them water, you don't talk to your parents, how will they feel? Do you have kids, mother? How old are your kids? 11 and 9. Imagine. Who is your husband? Okay. Imagine after 10-20 years you have to go to your son's house and your son keeps you and your husband in a corner and they are having good food, they are enjoying their life, they are not talking to you, not giving you water, not giving you food. How will you feel? Not feeling good. Similarly, this is exactly what we are doing now. We have God at home. भगवान की मूर्ति ला लेते हैं, भगवान का फोटोग्राफ लगा देते हैं, ना तो भोग धराते हैं. Right? Neither we do an aarti. We don't have a relationship with the God. Then we will feel emptiness in the heart. So if you have a house, don't live in the house. Convert the house into a temple. Keep Krishna in the center of the house. Where is the difficulty? Whatever you cook, offer it to Krishna. Do aarti to Krishna. Engage the kids in the service of Krishna. Send the kids to the school. Doesn't matter. Go to work. Whatever Lakshmi you bring, engage in the service of bringing a family in such a way that everybody becomes Krishna conscious. Chant the holy name. Go to temple. Monday to Friday, make the home a temple. Monday to Friday, make the home a temple. Saturday and Sunday, make temple the home. Saturday and Sunday, make temple the home. Typically what people do, Saturday and Sunday, shopping पर जाते हैं, chats कहीं जाते हैं, इधर भागते, उधर भागते. Go to temple. Is it difficult? Monday to Friday make house a temple. घर पे कीर्तन करो, भोग धराओ, आरती करो, बच्चों के साथ अच्छा पढ़ो, spend time with kids, spend time with the spouse. We are not saying no. But make Saturday and Sunday, make temple your home. बच्चों को मंदिर ले जाओ. Is it difficult? Is it practical? Yes, simple. As I said, bhakti is simple for simple people, complicated for complicated people. Where is the difficulty? घर पे जो खाना बना रहे, are we telling you not to eat? No, come. Whatever you cook, vegetarian, you offer it to Krishna. You offer it to Krishna. And then enjoy the prasadam. This is what you are doing every day, secretly. प्रभु जो बनाते हैं उन पे भोग लगता है. खाना हम जो खाते हैं वो प्रसाद है. So do that. Is it difficult? Everything, every effort which you do to cook that bhog, going to coals, earning money, everything, Krishna says that is a yagna. 3rd chapter, 13th verse. 3rd chapter, 13th verse, Krishna says, everything what you do is a yagna. It is a sacrifice. Yat kurosi, yat astasi, yat juhosi tadasi, yat tapasya se kaunteya, mad kurusma arpana. Arpana. Krishna is saying, 9th chapter, 27th verse, offer it to me. Everything is black and white. Bhagavad Gita has no room for grey area. But because we have never read it, we have never understood it. Bhagavad Gita is not a book, it's not a religious book, it's a book of lifestyle. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book. Bhagavad Gita के एक पेज में हिंदू, मुस्लिम, क्रिश्चियन वर्ड ही नहीं कृष्णा ने बोला है. We are not Hindus, we are not Muslims, we are not Christians, we are not Punjabis, we are not Gujaratis. We are a spirit soul. So Bhagavad Gita takes us from a ritual to spiritual. It takes us from the platform of ritual to spiritual. So whatever we have, the mind, the body, the intelligence, use it for the service of Krishna. We are not telling you not to go to work tomorrow. Arjun didn't want to fight. He wanted to run away. And Krishna told him to fight. Because it is your duty to fight. Similarly, if we have a house, we have kids, we have family, we have to maintain it. But keeping Krishna in the center, dovetail everything towards Krishna. Simple. But don't worry, it will happen. You just keep coming here. You just keep coming here. Just do it. Nike. Just do it. Keep coming and you see how your life will transform. How long have you been coming here for? 3 months. You feel some difference? No? So in 3 months, if you feel some difference out of 30, 40 years of life, if you keep coming here for the next 3 months, 6 months, I don't know how long the program goes for, there will be a difference. Rest assured. No one is ever going to ask you some money. $20 दे दो, $50 दे दो, $500 दे दो. No. Everybody of son of Krishna, filthy rich. They're never going to ask anything.
I think what has worked for me in the past 12 years of spirituality is knowledge is, like you said, knowledge is great. Chanting obviously helps us connect because that's the easiest form of or mode to kind of get into that stage. But I feel the practice of your spirituality through chanting or meditation or bhakti every day makes a big difference. And to add to that, some seva in the form of, at least in your week's time or in your day's time. And then, having a right satsang. These 3 things have really made a big difference in making my consciousness be aware of what's the reality versus what's not the reality. So, the practices that your spiritual practices, your bhakti, the consciousness through chanting or meditation or yoga asanas and stuff, which kind of is part of my life, has made my body practically be aware of going into spirituality. But seva was a big, missing one or the other has always made me get distracted. So, for example, I'll do seva and I'll do my practice, but not coming to the satsang of the right people and knowledge. If one or the other misses, something lacks. And if I'm doing everything, if I'm not contributing at all to my seva, then I feel that whatever I'm doing and earning, I just feel so selfish, and there is no groundedness and humbleness coming into me. So to answer this question, I feel it's a conscious effort of everything on everyday basis, and so slowly you attain that vairagya stage where you kind of understand the attachment in a nicer way. You know what to vairagya. Sometimes people think, "Oh, sab chhod ke baith jao," you know, some. Vairagya is a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful concept of you're there yet not there, and you know someone is like taking care of.
So 3 P's are important: people, philosophy, and practice. 3 P's. People, are we engaging with the right people? Philosophy, people, whatever we do should be backed by philosophy. Nahi ke meri man ki baat. Our mind has faults, defects. So it's not what I think. When I drive on the road, I don't say I'm driving on the 80 zone because I think. No, it is 60 zone. I have to drive at the speed of 60. I cannot say it is I think. Police wala bolega, who cares what you think? So people, philosophy, and then practice. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yato bhakti adokshate ahituki apraritita ye yatamam sprusa. This is the process of bhakti. First canto, 2nd chapter, 6th verse, Bhagavatam says the process of bhakti should be uninterrupted, unmotivated. Do you have kids? Okay, anyway. So as parents, our love towards our kids is uninterrupted and unmotivated. है ना? हम लोग सोचते हैं कि बच्चों के पास ये मिलेगा, नहीं. आयतुकी अपरिता ये यतामम सुप्रेसित means it should be uninterrupted and unmotivated. We don't do business with Krishna. You cannot win with him. So make your home a temple. Very easy. Is it difficult? सबके घर पे भगवान के फोटोग्राफ होते हैं, लेकिन भगवान के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं होता. There is no relation. Imagine you're just having your parents in the corner, not talking to them, not kuch nahi. If you have a photograph of God, offer it. Krishna will accept it. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayashyam. Krishna says this 9th chapter 26th verse. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Simple. What does patram means? Leaf, patta. Patram pushpam means? Patram pushpam phalam means? Toyam means? Water. He will accept it. You can accept such basic things. Is it difficult to offer? But it is not that we are offering him patram pushpam phalam toyam and we are having biryani over there. That is cheating. Whatever we cook, we give it to him. अगर आपके घर पे आपके पेरेंट्स हैं, you are eating biryani and you giving इतना क्लास में छोटा दूध दे दिया, फूल दे दिया, that is cheating. Your parents are much smarter than you, right? Similarly, Krishna is the father of everybody, mother of everybody, the friend of everybody. Yes, ma'am.
हमारे घर में मंदिर है, सुबह और शाम जोत जगती है.
जय.
सुबह और शाम मेरी वाइफ के पास सुबह टाइम हो, अगर नहीं हो तो शाम को भी है, और बच्चों को भी नहीं बोल करते हैं.
बहुत अच्छा. Very nice. Do that.
No, we doing for long time.
But listen, is there a room for improvement?
वही कह रहा था कि टाइम इतना स्पेंड नहीं होता. जैसे आप 5-10 मिनट बैठोगे, बच्चे भी करते हैं जॉब, उसके बाद बस इतना टाइम करते हैं, 10% भी नहीं होता.
करो. Little. Whatever you can do practically. Are we ready? Prashadam, are we ready or not? 5 minutes.
बच्चे लोग ना
कुछ लोग भक्ति भी करते हैं और कुछ लोग मेरे कजन जब से मैंने शुरू किया है वो बोलते हैं कि ट्यूसडे थर्सडे मत खाओ पियो, आगे पीछे खा लो और भक्ति भी करते रहो. वो जैसे वैसे बंदों का क्या होता है? जैसे
अब उनका छोड़ा, आपका देखो. हम जब प्लेन में जाते हैं तो प्लेन में क्या बोलते हैं? If there's in case of emergency, put mask on first on your face and then on the child face. Similarly, बोलते हैं कि थोड़ी थोड़ी पिया करो. कौन बोलता है? पंकज उदास. थोड़ी थोड़ी पिया करो. और ये किसने लिखा है? किसने बोला है? पंकज उदास ने बोला है. कृष्ण ने नहीं बोला. थोड़ी थोड़ी पिया करो, थोड़ा थोड़ा खाया करो. ट्यूसडे और फ्राइडे मत खाओ, बाकी दिन खाओ, दैट इज
किसने नहीं बोला?
अपने बोला है, क्योंकि आई वांट, हाँ खुद, दिस इज सेल्फ मेड रूल्स, सेल्फ मेड रूल्स। ठीक है, शैल वी स्टॉप ओवर हियर? तो मैं तो चलता रहूंगा, आई हैव टू गो आल्सो टू लीव फॉर द मीटिंग टुमारो मॉर्निंग। ठीक है, हाँ बोलिए, टेंपल मीटिंग। थैंक यू सो मच डिवोटीज, इट वाज वंडरफुल। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।